And one of the greatest things about this is it becomes intelligent marketing, which means that I can market to you based on what you need, not what I think you need. Today, we are going to talk about automating your marketing. And I think, one of the things that has happened in 2016 and before now, but definitely is prevalent right now, is that automating your marketing has never, ever been easier. More accessible, more affordable. And as a business, I think that if you're not maximizing your footprint online by, your results by collecting people's email addresses and marketing and communicating with people based on their behavior, then you're missing out. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Now, for those of you that know me really, really well, I've been using Infusionsoft for the last couple of years, and it is now the brains behind my business. It operates all my marketing, all my client interactions, everything to do with, you opt in for something, the journey you get taken on is based on everything that you possibly, whatever you downloaded, watched, clicked on, or didn't click on. And one of the greatest things about this is it becomes intelligent marketing, which means that I can market to you based on what you need, not what I think you need or what I'd like to market to you, but instead what I can do is I can market to you based on what it is you did. For example, I can send you a testimonial video, or I could send you, forget about what type of video, I could send you a video. And that video could be a testimonial, it could be a instruction video, it could be a product highlight, it could be anything. But I can send you a video and I am able to market to you whether or not you watch that video. Which is brilliant, So if I sent you that video and you didn't watch it, I can send you a reminder email to watch it. If you did watch it, I can send you an email that says, hey, tell me about the top 3 things you learned from watching it. So now I can take you on a different path, and I'm not communicating to you in one blanket approach. Now, this only works because we're collecting data. So, it all comes down to the integrity of your data and how well you collect it. But there's this automation out there that's amazing. Things like our sales process is totally automated. Rather than having to, think about where a prospect is up to, we've just programmed it into Infusionsoft, and it, sets tasks, reminders, and moves people through our sales stages so we can monitor as a business where are all our leads at and what do we need to take care of. And it all happens automatically. If you go to my website right now, actioncoachanz.com, and you download the business planning template, it's a free template. It puts you into a particular sequence of events based on the fact that that's what you downloaded. You will get that delivered via email. You will get some other goodies sent to you. You will get a phone call follow-up from one of my team to try and book you in for a one-on-one session to see whether or not what we do is good for you. And this is all automated, right? So the other thing is I can make sure that people who are current clients don't get marketing emails and vice versa. It's very, very good. So it's all about automating your marketing. So in this day and age, there's no excuse. Now, Infusionsoft may not be the right solution for you. I would suggest that for a smaller business, there are other alternative things that you could do. But you can still, even a very small business can still benefit by using something like Infusionsoft. But I've written down a few of the ones that I've been involved with or that I've checked out or that I've seen being used. So Infusionsoft's definitely an option that you should look at if you're thinking about marketing automation. Now, by the way, when I talk about marketing automation, I'm not just talking about email marketing, right? That's a part of it, but I'm talking about much greater intelligence than that. I'm talking about having a system to be able to communicate with whether it's your prospects, your customers, it could be even your internal team in an automated way. It's that's what I'm talking about when I talk about automate your marketing. However, it could be as simple as starting off with something like MailChimp. Now, MailChimp is a email marketing program that has some automation built into it, and that it is getting better and better. MailChimp, you can still import data. You can segment people based on certain things, especially when you do your email campaigns. So you can email people that have current customers haven't bought from you for 90 days or whatever, but you've sort of got to manually update that list by synchronizing it with a list out of something else. It does connect with certain things, but I find MailChimp is probably a really good starting point for so many people. And the main focus of that is collecting email addresses and being able to communicate with that database in an effective way, and knowing who is opening emails, who's not, and being able to segment your database. And the good thing about something like MailChimp, if you're just starting out, is that you can get a free version, right? So you can start off with a free version, and I think it allows you to have up to about 2,000 people in your database, and it gives you some of the functionality. If you want more advanced features, then you've got to pay. But I think, once again, it's only $30, $40 a month, something something like that US. It's very cheap and a great entry point for anybody who's looking at getting into some sort of marketing automation. And what that means is that you can have people opting in for some sort of newsletter or free download on your website, and then they get a series of emails sent to them based on what it is that they downloaded. And, that way you've got this automation happening, which means that you don't have to worry about making sure you email your prospects because it happens automatically. So it could be MailChimp. There's a whole host of them out there. I've used Aweber before as well. Aweber is another very good tool. I haven't used it for a while, but, I'm assuming most of these have been updated over the time. They're all web-based. They're all subscription-based, and they typically would be updating their features to make sure they've got the latest and the greatest. GetResponse is another one that's very good. Constant Contact's another one that I used in the past. I've been through a few of these. The reason I moved away from those email marketing programs is I wanted more to my automation. That's why I went to Infusionsoft. Now, when I was looking at Infusionsoft, I looked at Infusionsoft, Ontraport, HubSpot, and Salesforce. They're the four big ones that I looked at. And Infusionsoft came up on top for me because it has a little bit more functionality. It has e-commerce built into it. So because my business operates on a reoccurring subscription with payment via credit card, Infusionsoft enabled me to connect it to my payment gateway and allow that to happen. And so if you have an e-commerce store of some sort, Infusionsoft definitely will work well with it. I can vouch for that. Some of the others may as well. I just don't know. I found Salesforce was more of a CRM than an email marketing. And once again, Infusionsoft does the CRM side as well. So we've set up our sales process in there. All the BDMs have their own logins, and then we're able to allocate leads via a round robin, like a rotational system of allocating leads, or any other way you want. You can design it. That's how it works the way you want, but that was the way I wanted to do it. And then I'm able as the business manager to be able to look at a dashboard and see where all our leads are and where they're up to. So that's why I went with Infusionsoft. So I guess, to wrap this episode up, the tip today is to use marketing automation. If you're not using marketing automation, use it. If you are using it, think about how you can use it better, because there are a lot of things out there today that you can use, and it's very, very simple. There's a lot of people out there that are very good at making this software work amazing for you. So don't be afraid if you're not great or technology is not your friend. There are plenty of people out there that you can outsource this to, and I recommend that you do that. And whether you go with a bigger holistic approach of something like Infusionsoft, or you just look at a smaller package where you're just doing your email marketing, not to take anything away from the MailChimps of this world, because they're fantastic, they really are, but it just doesn't have as much grunt as the Infusionsoft, Ontraport, or something like that does. So I suggest you check them out for yourself, and I think the main lesson here is that if you're not collecting people's email addresses and then communicating with them in some systemized way, then you could at least start doing that. All right, that's it for today's tip. Once again, thanks for joining me. I'm going to finish off with a quote, as I always do. Today's quote, let me have a look here, is by Oscar Wilde, and he says, "Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them more." Until tomorrow, have a profitable day.